Today we're going to talk about something really powerful, something a lot of us feel but maybe don't understand, that deep gut punch of anxiety about money. We're going to dig into why your brain can just flip into full-blown panic mode, even when, on paper, you know you're doing okay. Let's get right into it. You know the feeling, right? Maybe you get a parking ticket, I don't know, $75, or some other small, unexpected fee pops up. And logically, you can cover it. It's not a big deal. But instead of just being annoyed, this tidal wave of pure dread just washes over you. Your heart starts pounding, your stomach drops, and it feels like a genuine catastrophe.
If that sounds even a little bit familiar, I want you to know that is not just in your head. It's a real, physical, fight or flight response happening in your body. So the big question is, why? Why is it happening? Where in the world does that intense reaction actually come from? Well, the answer is pretty fascinating, and it starts a long time ago.
To really get this, we have to look at what we're going to call the scarcity blueprint. It's a way of understanding how our brains were literally forged and shaped by our experiences with money, especially when we were kids. This is where the story really gets going. And that brings us to the main idea here: poverty brain. Now let's be super clear, this is not a medical diagnosis. It's just a really useful term for describing how an environment of scarcity, of not having enough, can literally change the wiring in our brains, basically tuning our stress system to be hypervigilant, always on the lookout. It's neuroscience in action. I want you to think about it like this. When you're a kid, your brain has one primary job: adapt to the world around you to keep you safe. So if that world is filled with constant stress about money, worrying about rent, having enough food, the brain's response is to build a security system that is incredibly sensitive to any and all financial threats. It had to. It was a survival tool.
So what does that developing brain learn?
Well, it learns that threats are pretty much constant. It learns to prioritize whatever it takes to survive right now. And to do that, it creates this lightning-fast, totally automatic threat detector. And it tags any financial uncertainty as a major, code red, life or death level danger. So what part of the brain is actually running this whole security system? This is where things get really cool. Let's talk about the brain's chief alarm bell, a little thing called the amygdala. The amygdala is basically our emotional command center. The absolute best way to think about it is like the smoke detector in your brain. Its only job is to sniff out danger and sound the alarm, flooding your body with stress hormones so you're ready to either fight or run away. And here's the key: it is incredibly fast, and it does not wait for your logical brain to chime in. Okay, let's look at this in action. It makes it so clear. On one side, you have a regulated response. That $75 fee comes in. The thought is, this is annoying, I need to move some money around. The reaction is frustration and then problem solving. But now, look at the rewired scarcity response. Same $75 fee, but the thought isn't, this is annoying, it's, this is a catastrophe. Everything is falling apart. The reaction isn't problem solving, it's just pure panic. That smoke detector is screaming fire over a tiny little puff of smoke. And this is the most crucial part. That security system, the one that was so important for survival back then, now has its sensitivity dial turned all the way up to 11, and it's stuck there. It just doesn't know the difference between a tiny inconvenience and a true financial disaster anymore. Every single threat feels like a 5-alarm fire. And that brings us to a really key insight. The feeling you're having today, it's often just an echo of the past. It's not a reflection of what's actually happening right now. It's kind of like a ghost in the machine. This timeline lays it out perfectly. Back in the past, when things were scarce, being on high alert made total sense. It was essential for getting through the day. But now, here in the present, when you might be totally safe financially, that same old threat system is still running on its original programming. It's firing with the same intensity, but at much smaller things. To put it simply, your biology hasn't caught up with your biography. Your brain is just faithfully rerunning an old survival program in a brand new world where it's not really needed anymore. The panic you're feeling is 100% real, but the threat it's pointing to, that's often just a memory. So, okay, where does all this leave us? This is maybe the most important part of this whole thing. It's all about understanding that this is about your wiring. It is biology. It is not a personal flaw. I want you to really let this sink in. Say it with me. You do not have a character flaw. You're not bad with money. You're not too emotional. What you have is a brain that did its job perfectly.
It adapted to a really tough environment, and it built an amazing system to protect you. And guess what? That system is still online, still trying its best to keep you safe. Now, knowing all this gives us a totally new way to respond. The next time that wave of panic hits, you can try this. First, just recognize it. Say to yourself, okay, that's my old security system firing off. Second, acknowledge it. You can literally say in your head, hey brain, thank you for trying to protect me, I see you. And third, reassure it. Gently remind yourself, I'm actually safe now. This is an echo, not a real emergency. And of course, I have to say, this is absolutely not financial advice. We're not talking about budgeting or investing here. This is about giving you a new lens, a biological framework for understanding your own emotional world, especially when it comes to money.
So the next time you feel that panic, just remember, it's not a flaw, it's a feature. It's a feature of a brilliant brain that learned exactly how to protect you when you needed it most. And with that, I'll just leave you with this final thought. How does knowing this is a successful biological adaptation, not a personal failing, change how you see your own financial anxiety today?
Thank you for watching Findolax. See you next time.